Oh, okay. Let's make a temporary note on this. Okay, I'm done doing politics. Okay, if you talk about politics, go somewhere else. Go to somebody else's chat. Okay, politics. I need okay, I'm tired of going to events and not having everything working. So I need I'm just gonna have my own mobile that I bring around. Okay. I probably need a laptop to stream from. Almost certainly I need a SIM card. Probably using OBS, I imagine. We need cameras. I'm trying to think if 2 or 3 are necessary. Like, how many cameras do I realistically need? Probably just 3, just in case. We need microphones. I don't know how the PA system works, plus any microphones I would have for streaming. I think I need an audio interface, but maybe not, and I probably need a video interface. What's the main problem you're having with events? I just don't have anybody, like, I'm like relying on like fucking Kyla or somebody having like a phone, because it just seems like there's never like stable people who can set up stuff and then be able to live stream and record events. So I would rather just like create like a mobile kit that I can just bring on my own to events, and then I know all the equipment, I can set it up if need be, or I can have somebody else run it. This is the largest Pelican case. I don't really need a case. I think I can just use my Nanlite things. Okay, I got like 5 emails for gear suggestions. Okay. Wait. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Heard you talking about figuring out how to stream a multicam thing for your events. If you need help setting this up, let me know. You need something like this. Video interface. Okay, that's one recommendation. Hi, Steven. I sent you some emails on a different account, but lost it. Sorry, hitting you up. Blah, blah, blah. What is this? Oh my God, this guy wrote a fucking 5-page essay. Steven, on your stream, you were mentioning needing to have a mobile stream setup. I think the best option is what I have listed below. A computer, 16-inch MacBook Pro. Cameras, Lumix GH7. I could probably use my cameras downstairs, I think. Mics. All mic systems fucking suck. You gotta choose which is gonna fuck you the least though. If you're planning on doing hardwired mics into a proper XLR, you should use Zoom PodTrack P4 interface. Pretty no BS setup. All of it is processed on the device itself, so you don't have to fiddle with weird software. Has a Bluetooth adapter for wireless transmission and receiving from the device. Has the batteries, alright. Sennheiser profile wireless 2-channel set. Okay. I don't know about this. Bags. Okay, I'm good on that. Tripod. Okay. Okay. Thanks for the suggestions. Exclamation mark. Delete. Okay. How to set up touring, live streaming, audio component. Moderator mic, debater mic, audio interface. What is all this shit? Hello, Steven. I'm in the music world. I played live gigs and opened for some popular bands, and I see your attendance. And my suggestion is that you are a rock star, so you need to tour like a rock star. You need a touring kit that's compact and easy to use. That also means you have someone handling video and or audio. I only do audio, so I'll help you set this out. I recommend a small Focusrite. They're $300 on Amazon. They're very portable and don't need power if they're connected to a laptop. For the mics, you can buy 3 to 4 cheap SM58s and wireless XLRs. Or for you to do for sure. Okay, Focusrite. Okay. What are the I feel like I use a lot of SM58s that broadcast wirelessly. What is that? SM58 wireless mic. Is it even an SM58? Oh, is it this shit? I feel like these are like the go-to standard thing. I feel like I've seen these everywhere, and they're pretty reliable, and they seem to work everywhere. Consider a lighting kit? Fuck that, I'm not bringing lighting with me. No shot. It's mostly in the daytime, or like I'm in a hall or whatever, so like the lighting should always be there. Do you prefer to hold a mic versus a lav mic? I feel like it's pretty standard practice to have these. Like I use these in a lot of places. People are used to holding them. It's not like we're going to lav up everybody that comes up to chat with me anywhere.
We couldn't find anybody in Hollywood that would play Hitler.
Nobody wants.
Okay, I don't want to click this. Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know if I'll use the Focusrite shit or not. Oh yeah, and I might do or I'll try this baby face thing. Thanks for the suggestions. What did this guy say? Building a travel AVL setup for live events stream. I work professionally as an audio engineer, variety of applications, but I also work at AVL, why not AVL products, also thousands of just around the same page as a list of what I think the problems are. Shit's heavy, any rack or travel setup has to be small and lightweight, shit's gotta look nice. Okay, shit's complicated. So since you're absolutely loaded and you have a professional stake, I think you should go with one or two design trade-offs when building your rack. Option A, you create a rack with size, weight, and ease of travel. A rack, a whole lot of Jesus. Ball the fuck out on super primo gear you need and carry a bunch of heavy shit around. But you didn't join the alumni to carry heavy shit long distances like a common poor. There's also a shit ton of nuance here. You could scale racks equipment as needed. Okay. Here's my suggestions. A Gator for you lightweight rack pack with toe and handle and wheels. Can I not just have like why are people so big on an Alphatron VM52? What the fuck is this? Alphatron VM52. What the fuck? It's a cutting edge 5-channel live video multi-view switcher. Okay. An Allen and Heath SQ rack digital mixer. What the fuck? What is this? Jesus Christ, bro. Jesus Christ, bro. What? I'm not setting up like a fucking symphony. Thanks again for, or wait, thanks for all of the recommendations. There you go. Whoops, wait, that went to the wrong person. Ooh, 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 bloop, 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 bloop. Okay. Okay. Laptop is last. I don't care about that. For cameras, I feel like I can probably just bring my 3 cameras from downstairs. Do we normally have power outside? I should always have access to power, right? I should always have access to power. I would just assume that. Otherwise, fuck everything. Bring a diesel generator? Fuck you. Cables. I should have a I wonder what the distances or lengths. I need long cables, well, okay. For power cables, I need cables to connect cameras to power strip, and then power strip to outlet. So I probably need extension cables for all of this just to make sure. Okay, that's camera power. For video interface, okay, let me think about this for a sec. Can these do, if I'm doing outside, SDI would probably be preferable, although if anybody's stepping over shit, I'm fucked anyways. The way that these boards work, I have no ability to switch from inside OBS, right? Do I have to do all the switching on the board? Because this is just going to be a single output to my computer, right? This is wild. No shot. You're going to set up your own audio every time you go to an event. This takes like 2 minutes. So as long as you know what you're doing, it's easy. You just plug shit in and you're good to go. Wait. Okay. All switching on the board, but the board can connect to the network, which you build inside the flight case. And then switch using whatever software, for example, your Stream Deck. Usually we're... Okay, fuck. Fuck. I should just do this off stream, I think. I don't know what works best for this. Is there any way to have external SDI capture card? It'd be easier to manage it all on OBS. I don't think I want to use like an external board if I can avoid it. I manage everything downstairs on my computer. Like running it all through OBS is just nicer, but I don't know if there's a benefit to using like a board like this. Why do you need to switch over to the camera inputs? Just use SDI cards and switch on OBS. Yeah, that's something. But how do I get like 2 to 3 SDI inputs into a laptop? Tell me how. Test, any benefit is no PC needed? What do you mean? How am I streaming without a computer? How am I running OBS or anything? Directly RTMP out of those things? That sounds like it'd be a fucking shit show. How am I gonna... I feel like I'm not gonna be able to overlay chat or anything like that. It's gonna be... I feel like this like introduces like weird proprietary RTMP shit. Like it's gonna... However they run their shit. This sounds like AIDS. I just have no personal experience with it. Can you give me an example or show me a stream or YouTube video of somebody running this or working this? Blackmagic makes a card and a rack unit for that. Blackmagic external SDI capture card. Are these ins and outs or are these 4 ins? One, two, three, 4 in, SDI out. Does the SDI out have somehow carry all 4 video signals, or? Is a compact mini converter that enables you to display up to 4 separate SDI streams via its HDMI or 10-bit SDI multi-view outputs. This unit supports SD, HD, 3G SDI formats and features automatic signal detection, SDI reclocking, and monitor EDID support. Scroll down for image. Holy shit, the fuck is this thing? I'm good. That's okay. Show me how
Hi,
this
I'm
works.
Craig Heffernan from Blackmagic Design,
Hey.
and I want to show you the new
Yeah,
Multiview
show me. What does it do?
Similar to the Multiview 4, which
Yeah.
is a Terranex Mini-based system, we've introduced the Blackmagic Multiview 4 HD using our microconverter chassis. It has the same 4 SDI inputs for our inbound video, which then becomes a quad output on our SDI and a HDMI out.
Does quad output mean you can switch between the 4, or it's just showing you like 4, like you're monitoring all 4 on one screen?
It's perfect for any HD format. It won't care what input you put in. It will output and build that multiview for you. It will also support DVI scaling on certain inputs, and we have a new lockable power supply on the side of the unit as well. It's currently shipping for $185, and if you need any more information, please take a look at blackmagicdesign.com.
Thanks, that didn't tell me shit! motherfucker. Each view can display custom overlays like labels and audio meters, and the integrated USB 2.0 images used to updates. Does that mean... Here's a YouTube link of somebody making those boxes. How does it work for your original PC? Well, I have an SDI input. I've got an SDI intake card, but it's like a PCI card.
The A10 Mini Extreme ISO all-in-one, a live stream, and front, we begin with the top rack, and this was the best space for the One RU pull-out monitor from C-Tech. It's a 17.3-inch monitor that's full HD and has both HDMI and SDI inputs. The SDI has a loop out, so if I ever wanted to send my multi-viewer somewhere else...
The multi-view 4K just outputs one video stream with all 4 video inputs in a 2x2 grid. It's used purely for monitoring the video feed. Okay, gotcha. I want to avoid having... I don't think I want an external board. I don't think I need this, and I think I can avoid it. I just use a capture card downstairs. I feel like these things offer so many more features that I don't need. I just need to be able to switch between cameras using OBS scenes. So I want to be able to just take SDI input into a laptop without, yeah, how do I get 3 SDI? Let's see, SDI, laptop SDI capture card, Blackmagic. Your cameras downstairs, do they offer power over Ethernet, PoE? If so, it'll be easier to power all of those. I think they do, but I've never used that interface before, so I'm not sure how I'm supposed to do that. Do you think that, is that something I should learn? Can't you technically do everything over Ethernet with those cameras if you set it up correctly? Like you can do power and video? Oh shit, no one, man. Thank you. Hold on. I'll open that in the background. Hold on.
All right, I've got a ton of network cable here draped around me, maybe 800. This is an IP camera. In order for this camera to work, it really only needs one thing, power. And here I have a 12-volt DC power supply. When I plug this camera into the power supply, it is now fully functional. As you can see, the IR lights turn on, this camera is booting up, and it's ready to go. We only have one problem. There's no way to communicate with this camera or to view its video feeds.
Fuck. What are my cameras downstairs? It's Blackmagic 6K Studio Pro. Is that what they're called? This looks kind of like it. Fuck. Amazon. Fuck, I think I bought these from BH Video. So, log it. That PoE shit looked magical, but I'd already built the studio downstairs before I learned it. But if it works how it looks like it works, like you can basically just like daisy chain together like an infinite amount of devices, not really infinite, but through like a switcher, and everything works over Ethernet, both power, video, and audio, both, all three. That seems like insane, if I was reading it correctly, but I don't know if I was actually reading it correctly. That seems wild. Okay, this is it. Do I have a manual for this? Manual. User manual. I don't think you can do video over it. It's more for control and power. Is that true? Can you not? PoE. For studio camera models with a 10G Ethernet port, you can power your camera via PoE. To power the camera through this port, an advanced high-power PoE power supply such as the Blackmagic Studio Converter or a PoE Type 4 power supply is required. The Ethernet port on the Blackmagic Studio Converter can also be used to stream video over a network or the internet. Refer to the streaming video section for more information. Oh, so is this like one or the other? It's a data cable. Why wouldn't you be able to do video? Because the video bandwidth is way, way, way higher, no? I don't even know what Ethernet can take for data. Cat 6 can do pretty much anything. Ethernet is 10 gigabits per second or more. Is 10 gigabits per second enough for how much data on HDMI through cable? What is the current? Ultra high speed cables go up to 48 gigabits per second. Like you guys, when you guys are talking about Ethernet video, 10 gigabits per second is insanely high. I don't think that's true at all. It's high for like encoded video, but when you're capturing like video and you're transmitting it through like from like a graphics card, like video that's not compressed, like you guys are talking about compressed video. I don't know if these cameras compress it at all, or what the data rate is for like ProRes or Blackmagic raw video footage. Fuck you. It's not gonna tell me. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I don't care. Chat is retarded, don't do shit overnight. Yeah, never mind. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I would do video over network. I would just do... Wait, so is it worth doing... What's the point of doing power over network versus just power cables? Like, what would the point be? Like what, or like what, like sell me on it. Like what's the advantage of doing this over just power cables? One less cable? Tell me how. Wouldn't I still run an Ethernet cable from all three cameras would still need a cable plugging into the power outlet, no? No, just the Ethernet. That's not a full sentence. No, just the Ethernet. How do I plug one cable into all three cameras plus a power supply? How does that work? Do I put it through like thread through a needle? I don't understand what that means. 3 PoE from camera into a switch that gives power. Yeah, but what's the difference between 3 power cables into a multi-outlet that gives power? The network switch provides the power for the cable. Doesn't a power strip provide the power for the power cable? PoE means it's power injected to the Ethernet cable plus usage of data. I'm not using data on the cable though. It basically allows you to have everything neatly in a single location. Okay, nothing. I don't think this doesn't help. If nobody can... Okay, never mind. This is retarded. Okay. Okay. Standard DC power cables usually max out around a few meters before voltage drop becomes an issue. Ethernet with PoE can go up to 100 meters without needing power extension. Well, that could be an argument. The power comes from the switch, which gets its power from the power supply. You get both power and data from one power supply to the switch to multiple devices instead of running power. I don't need data to the cameras. I don't know why you're saying data to the cameras. If you're talking about like network data, like I still need to take an SDI out from the cameras. So I'm either doing an SDI cable plus AC power to every camera, or I'm doing an SDI cable or Ethernet power to every camera. What's the difference? The only difference is that now I'm going to need an extra device for the power over Ethernet shit. It would replace the SDI. Show me that. Where I can get good quality video out of the cameras and power at the same time. They're saying the Ethernet replaces the SDI. I thought I asked that, but will it actually? Stream video over a network or the internet. If you use SDI, then PoE is useless. Its benefit is data and power over the same cable. Well, SDI can't do power though, right? How much does USB-C data max out at? I have no idea, actually. I don't know. True. I don't actually know. Can you use PoE for power and video same time? Blackmagic Studio Cam.
The Blackmagic Studio Converter allows you to run a single cable to your camera, and that will carry power, tally, control,
Christ, sorry.
and video to and from the camera. Let's dig into the workflow, some issues that popped up along the way, and why this is a really nice addition to this 4K Pro camera. And just to let you know, Blackmagic did send over the camera and the Studio Converter to take a look at, make some content about, and then send back over when I'm done with it. And if you're new around here, be sure to subscribe for lots of videos on live video production and all that fun stuff. So the Blackmagic Studio Converter is a half rack width device that's made to sit between your Blackmagic Studio 4K Pro camera and the rest of your AV setup. In theory, it lets you rig your camera on site or in a studio and only really think about running one cable from your production booth all the way to the camera. The benefit here is that with a relatively inexpensive Cat6 cable, you can have your camera placed a good distance away from your production control. We'll talk a little bit more about that network cable later on. Let's kick things off with power. Now the Studio 4K Pro camera does come with its own power adapter.
Okay, if I can do both over one cable, then this is way better.
Into the wall and it powers the camera. However, the Studio Converter is able to power the camera over that single Ethernet cable. It's doing this via PoE++, and you can turn off this option if you want in the settings. So if I disconnect all the cables that I was using before, power, video, all that stuff, and just connect this one Ethernet cable between the two devices, I can power things up and get started. When the camera powers up, you can see the video feed coming back to the Studio Converter in the small LCD display on the front. Flipping around the back, we can see there are three ways to get video out of this device. These two SDI outputs both carry the camera feed in up to 2160p60. Additionally, you have this monitor output, which can show the camera feed, as well as overlay some important data about the camera. You can use these SDI outputs to integrate the camera into your usual production workflow. These two SDI connections are inputs for sending video feeds back to the camera. So if I connect something up to SDI return 1, you can see a preview of it when I press the button on the front panel, and this is the more traditional program return to a camera operator. This can be viewed on their end by pressing the PGM or program button on the camera. However, the SDI return 2 is a little more interesting. This can be used to send another feed back to the camera to be used on the HDMI connection on the camera. It fits this as being useful for teleprompters placed on the camera. However, it can be used, and you can see that feed. Things have been going well so far, but it went a little off the rails whenever I tried to make it work with my A10 Mini Extreme. Since the camera is sending out 2160p60, first thing we need to do is convert that output from the Studio Converter, and that seemed like a bit of a stretch. However, it turns out by changing the SDI output mode on the camera to 1080, this allows me to send 1080 over that Ethernet to the Studio Converter. So now I'm running everything in 1080p60. I will say this was a little frustrating because it wasn't documented anywhere, and being under the SDI label made it a little bit confusing, so it took a bit of head scratching to finally find this setting, but now it works. So now that I'm running in 1080p, I can use an SDI to HDMI converter to get a video feed into my A10. And the next challenge was getting video and tally and control back to the camera. I tried a bunch of different ways to do this, but it wasn't happening. So for now, this setup is really made for SDI switchers and not so much for the HDMI-based A10 Mini line. With all that said, I did crack out and dust off my old Television Studio HD, and since it's an SDI switcher, everything worked really nicely. I connected up the input and the output, and things should...
Am I going to be able to take, oh, I'm trying to think. In like a perfect world, do I? No. I'm trying to think, in a perfect world, I would just plug my microphones into the cameras. These might have XLR inputs on the camera somewhere. I'm trying to think for these Blackmagic cameras. But I don't think that would be, because I would have to run, that would be obnoxious, I think. Oh yeah, they do on the side. I don't think so. Okay, I don't have to worry about that. Fuck all that. Okay, so if I do this PoE bullshit, what do I need? Refer to the streaming video section for more information on how to stream video using the camera's 10G Ethernet connector. It's a fast, simplified SMPTE fiber style setup with Blackmagic Studio cameras that have a 10G Ethernet connector. This means you can use one single Ethernet cable to power the studio camera, supply all video and audio feeds. including TalkBack, Tally, and camera control. Getting started with just to get started. All you need to do is connect Blackmagic Studio Converter to power, connect your Studio Camera View, and connect to an ATEM switcher. Jesus. Plugging in power. Do I need one of these per? No, shot, right? Control, TalkBack, camera. Oh, fuck. Okay, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think I like that. That advocate using USB-C for data plus power. Even mid to high for standard cables end up frying from doing both tasks at the same time, and that's just for okay. If you need one of those per cam, that shit ain't gonna be worth it. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, this is fuck all that. Unless I can get like a switch that takes in multiple. At the bottom looks like they have them like up to 8 cameras. This ATEM Studio converter, 4 optical fiber converters. Oh, duh, fuck me. Has 4 bidirectional optical fiber connections. You can connect multiple camera converters and convert the optical fiber input to SDI and D embed audio using XLR connections. Yeah, that's what she said right there. Fuck. Can I get some fucking pictures of this thing? Hello? How would you power all 4 of them over PoE? I imagine this device can do it, right? I don't know. There's not enough pictures. Give me a YouTube video. TriCaster. What is this? Hold on. Oh, wait, this thing. Oh, that's what I did. Yes! Yes! That's what I need. 6 years old. Holy shit, I'm hype. Okay. So, are these Ethernet plugs down here? This doesn't look like Ethernet. Am I crazy? I can't read this shit. Bro, is this... The fuck is this? No, that's fiber? Oh. Well, why the... Oh. Well... Fuck this. Which TriCaster is right for you? I don't know what the fuck does this... What is that thing? Bro, this looks like a fucking keyboard. Quick XQC clip. Labeled back of unit here, scroll down. I don't think I want that one. I don't want this, I don't think.
Might actually play it, Loki. Casual Delhi band leader. Bro, what? Okay, stop it.
You are linking me an XQC tweet of him looking at a tweet that I already quote tweeted. Good one. Thank you. Nice. Fuck. I don't know what I was looking at now. Fuck. Stop. Wait. Not that one. Okay. Power over Ethernet and video over Ethernet is dead. We're not doing this. Unless there is a device that allows me to capture one device that can do input and output Ethernet shit. Multiple PoE input, output, switcher. Destiny here. Blackmagic Design 2110 IP converter. Oh my god. Look at that. Wait. Look at that back there. Holy shit. Is that what I need? Bidirectional 12G SDI to SMPTE 4 Studio 6K Pro cameras via its 10G Ethernet connections with a 12G SDI input for each connection. And it supports providing power. You have to check if your camera's like PoE or PoE Plus. I mean, it literally names the brand of the thing on it, no? Did I just close that? Fuck. The Studio 6K Pro is literally my... Is there like a simpler version of this device? This motherfucker really has 2 power cables? How obnoxious are you? Oh my god. Okay, so this device would be able to take... I should be able to plug 3 cameras, or 4 theoretically, but 3 cameras into this here, and it would give all 3 cameras power and receive video from all 3 cameras, right? Okay, and then the output here is for each of the 4. I can take each individually. Oh, this is like the perfect motherfucker, if this is it. This is the perfect motherfucker. Okay. Okay. Is it... Now I just have to think, is it worth it for me to buy a $2,200 box just to eliminate redundancy and cabling? Because I'm literally just getting this so that I don't have to run 3 long power cables and 3 SDI cables. ATEM TalkBack Converter 4K Trust. Handles up to 8 cameras for SDI TalkBack, use embedded audio channels. Why do you think I need this one? Or what is this doing that the other thing is not doing? Oh, I think I have to do optical cables or some fiber bullshit as well, right? Why would you link me this? Okay, I don't need this shit. Okay. This is going to take in all 3 cameras. Correct. And this would allow me to input 3 cameras or output 3 cameras. Okay. All right, hold on. This is video interface. Okay. Video. I'm trying to think if I ever want to cheap out or theoretically, not cheap out, simplify. Theoretically, tell me why professionals don't do this, because I'm guessing they don't do this. I could theoretically, if I'm using SM58 wireless mics, I could theoretically just plug the motherfuckers right into these cameras and just carry the audio along my video chain, and then just input it into OBS that way. And I wouldn't even need an audio mixer, period. Theoretically, I guess I have less control over I would have to go to each camera to change audio settings in terms of gain and everything. Actually, no, wait, what? That doesn't make sense. The gain and all that must be adjustable on the mic itself, right? If they're wireless. You have to be careful. You can't just get access to the video streams in the Blackmagic 2110. It's not natively supported in OBS. You need some software hardware in between to access those video streams in OBS. Well, yeah, my guess, hope, is that this device should natively output the PoE input here should be outputted over these SDI cables. I just need a way to get the SDI into the laptop. But I think that's easier, right? I just need another device for that. I'll figure that out. What kind of computer you're planning on plugging in to input those cameras? You need a 10G port. Thunderbolt 4 is probably what you want. Your limiting factor is you'll want a switch because you'll cap how many input sources you can pull into a laptop. Ooh, that is actually true. I just need to calculate the data. I think I'll be fine. I'll probably only do Destiny ignore him. No, I won't ignore him, because when I was building that studio downstairs, I ran into all sorts of cable limitations that I didn't even fucking know existed. In terms of like how much data, like sometimes when episodes would lag or there'd be like random problems, the issue is like esoteric shit, like the PCI Express card, like the PCI Express lanes were being overutilized by the too many camera inputs. It's autistic shit, but yeah, okay. But I can just calculate how much. If I'm only doing 1080, like 1080p should be fine for a live video. I don't need to do fucking 4K live broadcast, okay? I would just get a Babyface Pro. Wait, is that my microphone? Oh no, I have a 104. This is simply 2 inputs, right? Will 2 inputs always be enough? And don't forget audio latency. Army will give you basically 0 latency because they build their own drivers. True, but there should also be 0 latency over the video stuff, I would imagine, as well, right? I'm trying to think. There's no world where I'm ever going to need... Literally, this one thing does all you want it to do.
The Rodecaster video is essentially the Rodecaster Duo V. First, on the back, we have 2 optional antennas that work with wireless Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Then we have 2 combo XLR 1/4-inch jacks. Following that, we have a left and right output for monitors or speakers, and then 2 1/4-inch headphone jacks. Then we have 2 HDMI outputs followed by 4 HDMI inputs. And then we have 5 USB-C connections. The first 2 are so you can connect a computer or other device. The third one is so you can connect a hard drive for storage. And the last 2 are able to connect Rode USB microphones and webcams, and a bunch of other stuff. I'll talk about that in a bit. Then we have an Ethernet port and an SD card slot so you can transfer files onto the RCV. Then we just have a USB-C for power, and it does come with a power adapter next to the power button. Now let's just briefly cover the front or the top of the Rodecaster video. On the top left, we have a record and go live button followed by 2 indicator lights. The top one does show you that you do have storage like the USB-C 3, the media button, the layered streaming profile, and the PIP button. But then underneath the PIP button is the keying option, the black button. Oh, you would just press the button. And last, from this point forward, everything will be shot. Leave the navy purple cable.
Okay, I don't think I'm good. If you want to go down a rabbit hole, QSYS by QSC controls everything with the most flexibility. I don't even know what the fuck any of that means. I don't even know if it's a real thing. Audio, video, and control for enhanced experiences. I'm good. I don't need this shit. I think. I'm just trying to think if there's ever a world where I need more than 2 audio inputs. Like, would I ever need, like, oh, a third microphone? Oh no, and I'm fucked. 4 analog in and out. 2 phones outs, 2 XLR. Are you doing all wired? I'm probably just, no, I think I'm going to use the SM58 wireless mic. Because it's like handing mics to people with fucking wires dragging around would be a nightmare outside. Is there a way that I can bring in like how many mics could I like, what the fuck is this? Are these XLR outs? Spec. Would you ever use this for a debate? You said like 2 debaters and a mod. Yeah, like that's what I'm thinking. And actually, I don't even know if those SM58 wireless mics, I don't even know if those use XLR. I don't know how the fuck they plug into anything. Wireless handheld microphone transmitter, H10 band. Like, what the fuck is the... What does this plug in with on the other end? Shure wireless receivers. Oh, Jesus. Do you have to buy it separately? You need to define all the use cases you want the setup to cover. Just if when I go off to do events. Like when I was at this last thing, so I would ideally, is my outdoor thing recorded anywhere? Damn, look at that curly hair. Okay. Fuck.
Why aren't the American people?
Shut up. Wait, that's not. Lee, shut up.
It worked without being super.
So like I didn't have any official. Those are just some fuck shit.
Direction, yeah. Civility has to be right sides. It can't just be one side to make it.
Nice.
Well, I do agree with that. Rob. Page manifest. Do you think most school shooters...
Shut up! You should start with how much data you have access to. I'm not as concerned about the access to data, because on a setup like this, I would just record locally as well as stream. So if the data sucks, at the very least, I'll have a perfect recording on the laptop. We can open stream disagreements. Listen, if you want, I'll drag you up after, but let me see what I want first. Like, can I take in like multiple wireless signals on a thing like this and output them across like a single cable? If you're portable, honestly, you should have a solid baseline, but accept compromise fallbacks don't matter and are likely going to overcomplicate the development. Anywhere mics just fall back to USB interfaces, compact, maybe, yeah. Oh, choose a system. What's the difference? Wireless dual vocal system with 2 SM58s. Wait, does this include the microphones? With 2 Beta 58As. Is that better? With 2 PG58 handheld transmitters. Dual presenter. Okay, I think the other. This is the worst thing ever. Why would I ever want to scroll like this? Okay. Handheld. Okay. There's no shot this includes the microphones, does it? Because if so, that'd be pretty based. In the box. Fuck. It does? I see swivel adapters, thread adapters, a power supply. Oh wait, that's not. Oh, that's just extra shit. Oh, wait, this is like perfect. Maybe. Okay, wait. Okay, so this thing inputs wireless signal, goes into the box, and then it outputs that wireless signal. It has to output it via XLR or what is this, like a fucking 1/4 inch? Oh shit, wait, does each go along its own channel? You can put them both on the same channel if you want. Bullshit. Show me. Details. Run up to 12 channels per frequency band. I don't know what that means, but okay. Maybe with different devices? Destiny. This is what you use. The other two inputs on the waveforms are one with the cables. Ion cannon. Inline preamps. Oh. Fuck, I hate this song. Fuck you. Okay. I could get this, and then I could run this. The baby face would basically sit on top of this. How would I plug into... I'm trying to think of how I would work with a PA system. I don't know. I've never operated. I've never set them up before at any of these events. How do they normally set the PAs up? Is it just like... is a solid but concise suite of converters, interfaces, and cables you can interface with things they have on hand. Yeah, maybe, yeah. Why go prefer Babyface? You don't need studio quality. I've used a lot of Army shit. I really like it, and I don't want to run into any fucking stupid latency issues or whatever bullshit. I'm sure I could use a Scarlett thing, but I'm so used to all the Army interface shit. I'll just fucking use that. Does the band matter? I guess if you're like working with a ton of mics, you might want to be like on a non-crowded frequency or something, but I'm guessing it doesn't matter that much. The SM58 and the Beta 58A have different pickup patterns. Wait, what the fuck? Does the Beta 58A pick up from like if I'm holding the mic like this, it'll pick up a little bit of the audience? Is that how that works? That's fucking cringe. Usually they have their own mixer and it's just one XLR. The two outputs on the interface is all you need for the PA. Group channel. So what, one of these would go to my computer and one XLR would go to the PA, and I could route two channels and it would automatically mix it down into one channel each? Are you sure that's how that works? I'm not making this up. I was trying to explain about your new mic testing. Look it up at preferences one side. What do you like, as opposed to talking into it from the back? Or do you mean that like there is like a side preference somewhere? I think it's set up. It's fine. Okay, this is fine for microphones plus receivers. Do I prefer like a frequency band for standard practice or whatever? I'm not going to be crowded in any place I go to, right? Destiny, the Army has Total Mix in the box. Why would you not want the ability to work with the audio channels independently after? Well, if both audios are being mixed into the XLR cable and that XLR output is mixed both things into the interface, then the interface is not going to be able to separate out the audio after. I would have to run it out of this digitally, which I don't think it can, or I would have to run them on independent channels in order to do that. Don't do that, Mike. Don't do the PGA one? Are you sure? Why does the SM58 do this weird shit? Using all mics mixed down to one input is crazy. Well, I don't have to do that. Wait, fuck. I don't know how many, like, audio options I get on this box. No, it's the same microphone. No, it should be fine. The same settings should work for both, no? Okay, this is good. I think this is what I want. PGA 58 versus SM 58. Or wait, PG 58 versus SM 58. What is the difference on these? The PG 58 is a loser mic? Fuck. I want the loser mic. Wireless guitar. I don't want this. What the fuck is this though? Can I just get like two of these with the... Oh, wait, this. Okay. Yeah. Oh, this like does weird shit there. The website is fucked. Okay, that's fine. This is what I want though. No, this is what I want. Buy the box and sell the mics on eBay? No, I can just see. I want these mics. I don't have any wireless SM58s. I've got a few wired ones, but okay. Not this shit, but this shit. What the fuck is this? Oh, don't need that. Why not get one with a lav plus body pack? I technically already have a Sennheiser. Oh, but that's not sure. I think people are used to seeing somebody holding a mic, I guess. Like if I could do one lav and one mic, can I do that? Like, could I buy a separate thing that connects to this? Because I wouldn't mind wearing a lav, but people in the audience, like if you want to give somebody a microphone, it's easier for them to hold it than to like fucking, you know, stick a lav on them every time. Okay, this is good for now. Okay. We have this. Good one. Oh my fucking god. Are you making sure that the setup would be able to interface with local speakers, assuming an event had them? Yes, because I should be able to take, I should be able to take two outputs from this somehow. I must be able to somehow. I'm sure this should have a USB that I'd probably connect to my laptop. And I'm sure it should have some kind of a 1/4-inch jack out as well. 1/4 or this TRS jack. I imagine I could probably plug that into this should plug right into any mixer. Should have an input for this. Should be fine, right? If you have a volume control on the wireless box, you should be able to send those mics and inputs 3 and 4 on the Babyface with some manual audio level balancing. How would the Babyface pick up the signal? Can the Babyface receive wireless transmissions? You can plug all of those into anything. Oh, you're saying this or whatever. I don't know what the actual plugin for this looks like. I don't know what the fuck it looks like. Show me! Show me! Sorry. Does the bottom come off? You're looking at it. Looking at what? There's not a plug. $4 years old. God damn. Does that even work?
Hey guys, in today's video we're checking out the Shure BLX wireless system. Microphone. This is actually the cheapest setup that you can get for the BLX system.
Cool.
However, it's still going to apply to. So the setup is insanely simple.
Okay.
You plug in the power in the back.
Yep.
turn the power on in the front. Plug in either XLR or 1/4 inch to the source you're trying to send the wireless to. So if you're trying to go to an amp or something for a guitar, come out the 1/4 inch into your amp or your pedal, XLR out to wherever you're trying to send the vocals to. Put in batteries into the transmitter, whichever type you're using. Turn it on, and it's ready to go. That is about as easy as it gets. So in order to change the channel that you're transmitting,
does this just transmit on like an open like radio wave or microwave? I don't know what the fuck the frequency is.
On. It's pretty simple. You have your
so there's nothing that plugs into anything. Wait, so how could I send that to the Babyface? Can this pick up? Does this have like an RF receiver? Using an XLR cable from the receiver. Sure, but I still need to have an RF receiver. Okay, this is what I need. Fuck you. Okay. Okay. The fuck is this for? What is this thing? Oh, I won't need this. This. IRS only one output. Sort of fucking up your use case for the Babyface. What do you mean? The wireless box is an audio output you send into the Babyface. That box is the receiver. Sure. Okay, I need a way. Okay, this audio is going from the microphone to the receiver, from the receiver into the Babyface, and then from the Babyface into the computer. Microphone is broadcasting to the RF receiver. RF receiver is outputting via XLR to the Babyface. Babyface is going USB into the laptop, and they can also do a 1/8 inch or 1/4 inch out to the PA system. That should be fine. Video interface is 3 Ethernet cables, one from each camera, going into this device. I need a way to get multiple SDI into the laptop. There was a thing that I had earlier for this. Didn't I have this? Jesus, the fuck. No, 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 no. This? No. This? No, 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 no. This? No. This? Nope. Okay, where were we? Theoretically, if I had like 2 RF receivers, they could both receive the same microphone radio waves, right? Like they would just both get it equally. Oh, this. Okay. No? Wait. That guy just typed no and said nothing else. Okay. So you're getting 2 separate wireless mic boxes? No, I'm not. I was just saying theoretically. I was curious. Okay. Okay. This thing right here will allow me to plug all, like 3 different SDI cables can go into this thing, and then all of the signals are going out on this one SDI cable, meaning my computer will get all of the SDI information across this singular cable. Wait, why am I even saying that? How do I get the SDI into my computer? Oh wait, USB-C. Is this only for power, or does this USB-C do in data as well? Can be used for updates. You can do switching before the Ultra Studio 4K. Wait, what is the Ultra Studio? I don't even have that. You need Thunderbolt. Hi, bro, what you're linking here looks like I would need literally one of these for each thing. I don't think I'm ever doing this. I'm never, no. You have people want to, okay, if you say retarded shit, I'm banning you, okay? I swear to God. Okay, what? Wait, I can't hear you. Okay, what?
Oh shit.
Yo, Wagwan Destiny, how you doing?
Thank God.
Look, you can do video over IP for all-in-one. I don't know if you've decided to leave that part or if you're going back into SDI. SDI will work great.
Okay, how can I get video from all 3 cameras into one device and then into my laptop?
Okay,
Dante.
get video from all 3
A network
cameras by
switch
just a
with
regular
Dante?
network switch.
I can only hear one voice at a time. What?
Go ahead.
Dante, it's a software that does video and audio over IP. You just get a network switch, you plug all your cameras into that, bing, bang, boom, you're good.
How does it get from? How does it go from the network switch to the laptop?
You plug it in. You plug all the cameras into the network switch. You'll plug the network switch into the laptop.
And
the
1
PC,
gigabyte and wait, and then 1 Ethernet cable will carry all 3 video signals?
Yes. You're not going to run the cameras at like some crazy resolution. All these people who think you're going to run
1080p
like 4K
60
cameras, it's just not going to happen. What'd you say?
1080p 60 from 3 different cameras?
Yes. I run video over IP. I've run them like 300 feet, like 10 cameras on video over IP for this.
That's not possible, what you're describing. You must have a switcher somewhere else.
We Destiny, we do this. This is our job.
You're getting.
Nah, Destiny's on your dick.
Hold on. You're getting 10 full video streams accessible on the laptop that you can see all 10 simultaneously?
I don't use a laptop, so we use a PC for it that's built specifically for this. Earlier, when you're bringing up like all the different, you need multiple PCIe lanes for it. That's what we use. So you can get it. Or if you wanted to do something like this with SDI in, you could get a Thunderbolt enclosure and just get a SDI capture card via Thunderbolt enclosure and put that into a laptop. You can do that too.
That makes more sense. Okay.
You can do either one, but video over IP, we did it that way because it just simplifies the setup. Rather than run a power cable where you have to worry about if the venue has the correct like extension cables for it or not, you can just run them via the IP, via like Cat6.
Okay, so a Cat6 cable will allow me to... Okay, wait. What is the device that I need that all 3 of my cameras are going to connect to?
You can do it via just like a regular network switch. You have to figure out if your camera... You have the Blackmagic 6K,
right? Studio, yeah.
You need to figure out what the video encoding over IP is for that. Like those cameras should have an internal IP address that they will send out over the cable, over the IP cable, over the Cat6, that you can then pull up on either OBS or vMix or whatever video software you use.
Okay, hold on.
You can use like a Unify switch. That'd probably be the easiest, like a basic PoE Unify switch. That's what we use.
Built-in stream engine enables camera stream directly to ATEM switcher on the same Ethernet network or via the internet anywhere. Is this supposed to give me more information about what it...
Yeah, they're saying you need to use like a streaming bridge. I don't think that's necessary. I've never used these cameras directly, but I have worked with cameras that say, or they sell, that company sells some third-party thing. You just need to figure out what the IP is coming from that camera, and then typically you can change it to a static IP within it so that you always know which one it is, right? So it would be like 10.101 or something, and then the second camera you would change to 10.102, and then in OBS you would do an input. I'm not sure exactly what it says in OBS because I use vMix specifically, but there will be an input to bring it in as like an RTMP stream, but you would just bring it in locally off of whatever the IP is off of that camera. There could be some like weird, from what I saw, there was like a weird internal thing where you have to set the frame rate and the resolution inside that camera off of like the SDI resolution, because it's not, they don't like specifically talk about video over IP for these.
Sure.
But it should exist. This stuff.
Okay. Let me just make sure I'm understanding this. Okay. This is my only concern, is that there's like a in theory, this is how it would work. Okay. All three of these cameras would be connected to, you said, an ordinary switcher?
You're going to need to use a PoE switch.
Yeah, okay. It has to be something that also does power. Okay. So all three of these would basically connect to a powered switch, some PoE switch. Okay.
Yep.
Then the switch would be just ordinary power, AC adapter, whatever bullshit. And then the I'm sure. And then I would have an Ethernet cable that would just basically plug my my laptop into this router. And then on OBS, I would basically add 3 video sources, and the 3 video sources would be the LAN network IP or whatever that each of the cameras has. And then I theoretically should be able to just switch from one scene to the other, and it will seamlessly switch. That's not like I'm guessing I couldn't create like one scene with all 3 cameras on it, right? I'm only asking because I'm curious, it would have the bandwidth to carry out to all of that to across like the single Ethernet cable?
It would, well, yes, the cabling's fine. The bandwidth, like the problem that you would run into that would be the laptop capabilities and like the PCIe capabilities of that laptop or whatever system you use. The reason that we use this...
What do you mean when you say I'm retarded? When you say PCIe, my understanding is all of this is just happening through Ethernet, no? What do you mean by PCIe?
Yes, what I'm talking about is like when you start adding more and more cameras to certain scenes, you start using up more and more bandwidth on the PCIe lanes.
Okay.
So like the PCs that people build for this, for like big broadcast trailers or companies, they use like crazy Threadripper machines.
Yeah, so my studio PC downstairs, like I've got different capture cards in different lanes, but I thought for this it's just going to be however many PCI lanes are assigned to the Ethernet port, right? Which I imagine is probably not that many.
I mean, it would depend on what laptop you go with. I don't really know. You should be fine.
Okay.
You should be.
My assumption would be like 5 to 1 gigabits per second would be the limit, would be the data that they would only ever expect to take on. How much data, I'm just curious, because I don't know what kind of conversion happens here or whatever. How much data is like a single 1080p 60 FPS stream? What is the bandwidth that's taking over PoE about, or do you have an idea? Or?
I don't know that off the top of my head, and I haven't had to do that calculation since I first looked this up, so I couldn't even tell you. I'm sure somebody could Google it and figure it out, but you can put all these together in like one multi-view. Like if you wanted to have a scene with like you and then like somebody talking to you, you know what I mean? Somebody debating you in like a crowd one or something, that wouldn't be a problem. 3 of those over one would be an issue. I've done like 6 before off of one. It's fine.
Okay. And we're not, and there's no bandwidth limitation. It doesn't have to turn anything on or off as I'm loading or unloading stuff. We're not worried about that.
I mean, there would be a bandwidth limitation based off of the resolution coming out of the camera. Like I said, I'm not sure how you change the resolution within these cameras for that. It sounded like the first video you played, the guy had to fuck with it via like the SDI out because the camera didn't specifically have a video over IP resolution like setting.
Oh yeah, the way that works is Blackmagic cameras are for the most part only controllable through their proprietary software. So you would have to plug them all in through SDI in your studio, get all of your outputs set out the way you want it in the cameras, and then once you go over to the IP side, it should be saved within the camera, the outputs.
Okay. 1080p.
Your biggest hurdles here are going to be making sure the camera, you can get the IP out of that, and making sure your resolution on those is set to just like 1080-60. Because those can't, I mean, they can go to like 4K, which won't work.
6K, yeah, I know what you mean, yeah. So there would be a lot more data.
Yeah.
But I'm not, that's fine. That should be easy enough to set that up. What is the thing, what type of switch thing am I looking for?
You could look up like whatever the current recommended PoE network switch is.
Unify makes some pretty good stuff.
I would look at UniFi PoE network switch. That should be fine.
Okay, UniFi PoE switch. Does it matter? Like this $110 thing will do it? Wait, somebody says it has to be ST210 capable. What does that mean?
I can't see which one you're looking at yet, but yeah, UniFi should be fine. I don't have the list for the one that we built because we built ours a little bit ago.
No UniFi switch is currently ST210 is an advanced standard for uncompressed IP-based. Okay, wait, I don't need to worry about something like this then, no? Store.uni. Okay. Do you think this device would do it? I've got a thing on screen right now.
Waiting for it to pop up, but
yeah.
If it's just a typical UniFi PoE switch, it should be fine. Yes.
Do you really want to be setting up a rig you can't debug yourself without a shitload of learning? Well, this doesn't sound like it's much else to learn. It doesn't really sound like anything to learn. I mean, assuming that it's as easy as just saying the IP address is going to be set per camera. These just plug into the network here. And then on OBS, you're just adding sources by IP address, basically. And you would just add the 3 there.
That should be fine. It can get weird. You can do like a lot of like per port configuration on these switches. You shouldn't need to fuck with that at all. Just know like your internet in from the site, or typically when you go places, do you have internet at the site that they're providing to you, or do you need to provide your own?
I'll probably need to provide my own.
Okay, if you're providing your own, you don't even need to dedicate this, but you might have to, depending upon how shit works out at the site. You would just dedicate one of those switches on this, or I'm sorry, one of the ports on the switch as your internet in.
Sure.
Which could be, I mean, if you just label it, it's fine. That's what we do. We just label that one always.
I'm almost positive it'll need to be managed with a managed switch with IGMP configuration options for multicast and AVB management. Is that true? Or is that guy retarded?
I mean, it could be true to what he sets up. I don't have to deal with any multicast bullshit. That would drive me through a wall. No, we don't have to do that.
Yeah, for multicast stuff, it's kind of bullshit. But like the switch stuff should be fine. But if you need like some sort of extra control over stuff, there's a software called Dante that does audio over IP and video over IP, and it's pretty much the standard for live production.
Check something in specific to this switch, because it does say 120 watts total. Check your PoE usage on the cameras that you have, because that will be your limitation based on like how many of those cameras you could bring. I know you said like you'd only want to use 3, but if those are all at like 40 watts each or some shit, you're going to be at
40 watts? Damn, that sounds like a lot for just a camera, no? Is there a way to check?
I mean, it would be, right? But I just,
sure.
Yeah, it would be. But I don't know what your limit is on your cameras. I just want to make sure you don't get that one, and then it turns out you can only use 3 cameras, and then in 6 months you're like, oh, we want a 5 camera setup, and then you're fucked. You need to buy another switch.
Yeah, well, I don't know what he's saying.
Oh, fuck. I don't know if it specifies in this for high power PoE power supply switch. The Ethernet can also be used. Whatever, it should be fine. Wait, it's on page 38. What? I found it on the Blackmagic page is 38 to 59 watts. 59 watts for a camera? That sounds so fucking high.
Yeah, that might, so yeah, you might need to look at a switch that has more PoE capability then. I mean, it's a pretty sick camera, right?
Yeah, no, Blackmagics suck power so fast. Like the battery life is crazy small if you're shooting in 6K by itself.
I was gonna say it should use up less.
What is it like a? Okay, maybe I don't know. Okay.
Theoretically, they should. I don't know how they. I mean, they might make their thing like shit. I don't know.
Here is the source. Camera features. Power. Power usage. Oh, yeah, okay. Using Type 4 PoE input is 38 to 59 watts. And then it takes an RJ45 Ethernet connector for power from Type 4. Okay. Wait, somebody else linked the more badass Unify thing here. Oh, and it's PoE++, not PoE plus, like this lizard thing was. All of these are PoE++.
PoE++ is the most based version.
Sounds like it. Okay, and it says between all four, it says 170 watts total of PoE supply. So for 3 cameras, that should be fine.
You should be good for all 3. Yeah.
Okay. As long as I'm not... Jesus Christ, don't buy Unify. It's fucking dog shit. Ganon is very mad.
I mean, Unify works for like
People
prosumer shit. Do they have a suggestion for a different one? Like, we use this because it was super easy to use and we don't need to like do any
Yeah, what's your suggestion things?
Yeah, Ganon, what's your suggestion? Fucking loser?
Yeah, exactly. Get him, Destiny. You're so cool. Oh my gosh.
Shut the fuck
This is like my first time being in chat.
Holy shit, what is this thing? Wait, how much does this cost? This is saying like total wattage available on this device is like 1,000 watts. Tech specs.unify. So, oh, there's another Unify thing. This is for 48 port. I don't need this much. Stop. Okay. I think this is the one. Not this one. This one. The only thing I'm curious about is if I was plugging in wired internet to this, could it go into one of these 10G SFP plus ports?
You would need like a converter.
Okay, so never mind. So if I do 3 cameras, I could just put it into one of these PoE 10 gigabyte E, 10 GB, whatever, into one of these ports.
Yeah. The RJ45s.
Yeah.
You could get like an SFP plus to like RJ45 port converter, but I've never used this exact switch, so I don't know how the fuck they deal with it like internally on the conversion.
Okay. Okay. So, okay, hold on. This guy. Microphones, audio.
Somebody said Netgear. Netgear is good too, but like, like Netgear has like a whole audio video suite specifically for this shit too.
Sure. Okay, I don't need this whole piece of shit then. This Blackmagic Design 20 bullshit 6.9 whatever, right?
You shouldn't.
Okay. Well, I don't. All right.
An easy way to test this before you buy shit, like you should have a switch at your house, or like go to Best Buy and buy like one of those basic, one of the ones that you're looking at, the cheap Unify PoE switches, and like plug that into the camera and just try to make this work in the studio. That way you can fuck around with it first before you decide to spend however much money on buying all this extra shit. It should be super simple to test at your house.
Gotcha. I'll definitely do that first. Okay, so...
You're not going to do it, but it's fine.
Theoretically, okay. I have 3 cameras. All 3 cameras, is there a special type of Ethernet cable that I need here, or is like Cat6 or whatever fine?
No, Cat6 should be fine. We use shielded because we like bury ours under the ground or it sits in the sun for a long time, but you're fine.
Okay. I don't have to like terminate my own cables or whatever, right? I can just buy like 100 feet ones and coil them and like set them near up or whatever, right?
Yeah, I mean, that would be the best. That'd be the easiest for sure.
Okay.
Use Obsidian, Destiny? Ugh.
Okay, buddy. Okay. 3x Cat6 cables, 4 cameras, 2 the switch, and then it has to be 1 Cat6 cable for switch to laptop, and then 1 Cat6 cable for laptop to site internet, ideally.
Without data view, what the fuck?
What?
There's also I don't know shit about audio as much as one of the other guys in here who's like an actual audio engineer, and he had some pretty good suggestions on that.
Ray knows what he's talking about.
Wait, hold on. The switch you're looking at, hold on, wait, 1 second. The switch you're looking at is large and meant to be rack mounted. That switch did not look that large. Is it deceptive, or is this a big boy here?
It's got wings.
The link you had didn't look like a rack-mounted one. That was going to be one of my questions, though. Are you planning to just put this in like a flight case under the desk, or like how are you planning on like moving with these?
I'm just gonna put it in like my. Do you ever use like Nanlite shit?
Yeah.
They have a lot of like cases. I feel like nice, decent cases that come with compartments inside. I would just like pack it all up in there and then take it with me that way. But I don't have like an external thing to mount any of this.
Does your audio need to fit in there too?
Probably.
Good question.
That looks like a quarter rack size.
Then yeah, get a flight case.
Says it's 268 millimeters. Like, what is that? And
I don't even know where you saw that. 268 millimeters. Control M. Oh, dimensions. 268 millimeters, 2 inches. Oh, less than a foot. We got it. Easy.
Nice. So not rack sized. Fucking idiot.
Okay. So I have that video interface running to my cameras. 3 cameras, 3 tripods. That's power and video. No problem. You might want to get a router. Won't I just be using the switch? That will ensure that 1, your network stays private. 2, prevent IP conflicts between cameras and other devices on the network you're plugging into.
You should.
There's a third reason for that. You could do audio control with an iPad if you're going to do a digital mixer.
Oh, I don't know about that. Oh, shit. Hold on. Wait. Oh, fuck me. Technically, anybody on my... anybody else that's accessing this network is theoretically going to be able to access my cameras, right? Is there like a security concern there?
I mean, it is, but you said that you're providing your own internet?
Well, no, but like theoretically, if I'm using Ethernet on site and I'm plugging their Ethernet cable, let's say from a university on site into my switch, anybody else that has that's on that network can take all 3 of my video streams. There shouldn't be anything necessarily bad there, other than they can just see my video streams, right?
Yes.
Am I gonna?
But you could set up like a layer of security there, so you could just put it like behind another router that only you have access to. Yeah.
Ugh. Hold on. Do I want to do?
There are like small, like handheld size routers specifically for that. Fuck, I forget the name of it.
Hold on. What's like a worst case scenario? Somebody wants to ruin my fucking life. What would they theoretically? Could they can only like access the camera feeds, right? There's nothing theoretically that could go wrong or bad, right?
I don't know how Blackmagic.
As long as you don't have anything. They shouldn't have any sort of access to anything that's like connected to like your laptop or whatever. No, it should just be those feeds, because that would be the only thing on the network.
Can you
set it
send
up with like a VLAN?
Can you send camera settings to these over like is like this 2-way link or whatever to the?
Yes, that was gonna be my question. I don't know how Blackmagic sets up their IP shit.
Their IP stuff is hyper limited. For the most part, so it's what I was saying before, as well as you would just have to preset all of your settings either on the camera or through the software before you set it up with PoE, because you won't have camera control once you plug them in.
Somebody in chat just said it. The OpenWRT router, I forget the name of the company that made those, but that was what it was that I was looking at.
Okay, I'm not worried about this. No, fuck, I should be. Hold on. The way that this would work is if I added a second router, or if I added a router, then what would happen is the external, the university internet cable would plug into the router, and then the router internet cable would go to the switch, and the router internet cable would go to my laptop.
Yeah, but realistically, this should all be like locally set up. Like they shouldn't have access to this. Like it would be like if somebody had access to like something else that you had. So like if somebody that you're with like Unfuck America tour, you know what I mean? Like this isn't going to be like accessible to the public there.
Well, no, but it would be theoretically. The way that this would work is if somebody is on the university network and you're telling me that you can just add these cameras if you're plugged into my router, then the switch, right? Wouldn't anybody theoretically on the university network be able to, one, see the camera feeds, and then two, send commands over IP to those cameras to like either shut them off or change settings or any bullshit like that?
They should only be able to see the switch, because you should set up something within the switch. I'm actually not entirely sure on this. On ours, we don't have to deal with that, even though we use like site venue internet, and they still can't access ours because it goes through the UniFi switch.
Okay, never mind. On the switch
it's all
itself, you're saying I should be able to set up some kind of like access control or whatever, so that it only recognizes the Mac or the whatever on my laptop, so the other people. Okay. Yeah, true. Okay, true.
But this should all be super simple to test with like a basic PoE router at your house. For like $200, you can test all this instead of like spending, whatever, $5,000 to buy shit.
True, you're right. I will do that.
Yeah.
Test it first. Okay, wait, sorry. Okay, wait. We have, okay, so that's for my video shit. That's fine, no problem, easy. And then my microphone stuff, do we have criticism of that, or is that okay?
Yeah, well,
no wireless.
So I just wanted to ask, like, what are your needs? Like, outline for me what you need this thing to be able to do.
What you saw at the Unfuck America event is basically all my needs. So to be outside, to be sitting at a table, hold a microphone, speak, be able to give a microphone to an adversary and speak.
Does Kyla or anyone else helping with the stream need a mic? Do you need a crowd mic, like a small diaphragm condenser that can shoot out?
What is the maximum amount you're going to need at once?
For now, two.
Okay, and then output routing.
Wait. So me holding a mic, the other person holding a mic right now. I could envision a world where there's a third mic, but I think I can add to this if I need to. So yeah, so 3 at the most, but okay.
Okay. I was looking at that Army Babyface that you had. You don't want any boom mic, any crowd mic, like nothing to capture ambient sound. You just want 2 feeds basically from either your wireless, or I would recommend a wired mic, but whatever you need there.
Miking the crowd. I can just add fake applause later. No, I don't. I feel like the background noise from these is fine enough that I don't. I don't have any right now at this point in time. No, I'm not envisioning like miking the crowd or anything now.
Okay. All right. Let me pull that Babyface back up. So it's like when you pull up to these events, what are they doing for front of house or PA systems? I assume it's all active monitors, so they're getting their power separately. They have their own amplifier built in, but you still need an analog feed to connect to those. Do you have an out on the, I need to pull the Babyface up, but how do you plan on connecting your mic and the adversary's mic to front of house, and also simultaneously splitting that off and getting that onto the network that you're building?
So I don't know if I'm planning on sending any of this over network. I think it'll connect to my laptop via USB is how I use these Army interfaces in the past.
Perfect.
And then in terms of connecting to their system, I don't know. I see a lot of what look like 1/4-inch jacks, so I imagine something here can shoot it into their audio
Hold on, I need to pull the Babyface up.
Worst case scenario, like the Babyface has 2 XLR inputs and 2 XLR outputs, so I could also theoretically just shoot it into them via the XLR output.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you only need 2 channels in, 2 channels out, this will be fine. Like, I love Army. Their fucking software is amazing. They got great customer support. But in terms of wireless stuff, I'd say you don't do that. I think you just get, it's an RME product, so the preamps are going to be fire. You just got to get something, I would say SM58, SM57 with a cable on it. The only reason I say like fuck wireless is because you don't want to deal with RF sync. You don't know how noisy your RF frequency space is going to be at that event. If you're going to use batteries, you're going to burn through pro cells like a motherfucker. Like you're going to go through box after box of those. If they're rechargeable batteries, they're going to die over time slowly.
Sure,
you don't
I
want to have
understand
people
that
pressing buttons.
all of this could be a possibility. I just feel like for my use case, and I've probably maybe a dozen or so events, I've been these SM58s. I see them everywhere. I don't think I've ever seen problems with these ever, except maybe like feedback on the PA system or whatever. But that's like going to happen with any wired or wireless. So I feel like these are pretty reliable. I don't think I've ever seen people run into issues with these before.
They're not like
the BLX.
I've used a lot of the XLS stuff, the XLS2 Shure stuff. It's not bad, but it just depends on how much time you feel and how comfortable you feel troubleshooting stuff. So it's like reducing the number of points where something can go wrong. But if you want to go with wireless, 100%, like do that.
Sure. The only alternative then is that I'm going to have to I have to bring like 100. I would have to bring like 200 feet of or more or whatever of XLR cable with me. which seems fucking annoying.
200 feet?
Well, because
like how far away from
how far away are people? Yeah.
Well, because I'm gonna have to run this to my interface, right?
Well, it'll be. This is your interface, right? The baby face, or are we talking about the receiver for the wireless?
Hold on, I guess I'm not really thinking where my laptop will be set up. So when I did the event recently, I don't know if the camera ever turns. Fuck, I don't know if it does. So like for this event, right?
I watched the whole thing.
There was I would say like there's 20 rows of chairs, and then like the audio stuff for the PA and everything is set up in the back. I would envision that I'd have to run an XLR cable from my mic, and an XLR cable from their mic would have to go all the way to the back of house. It's still front of house actually, but it would have to run all the way back. I would need at least 25 feet is my guess. And that's if I don't like route it or, like route it anyway. So it's not like laying in the middle of the floor.
I would say 2 50-foot cables will get you enough. That's generally speaking what we use for stage on backup. So if you have a whole big ass theater stage, multiple wings, 50 feet, XLR wired right in the front, that's our backup mic. So it'll have enough room for you to get where you need to go. But if it's connected via USB to your laptop, it's right next to your laptop. So you have 2 long 50 foots, and then you just count on the venue or wherever you're at to supply the hookup cables for your front of house. But I mean, it's going to be a crapshoot either way. So I would have backups, but it's not that much cable. Like you can wrap 250s like really tight.
Okay. Then I'll forego the wireless because I've got like 5X. I think I've got like 3 or 4 SM58s downstairs.
I have I was talking to these guys, but MyPro, there's a wireless company called MyPro out of Taiwan. They make a product called the TA80. It's a wireless transmitter with an XLR that plugs onto any microphone and makes it wireless. You could do a system like that, or you could do with like the dedicated Shure XLS stuff where it's like dedicated receivers, dedicated transmitters. But if you ever want to expand, if you ever want to go up in number of microphones, that's going to be a limiting factor if you're like locked into whatever company's receiver transmitter combo.
Sure. Okay. All right. I'll do 50-foot.
You should up that a little. You should go to like 70, whatever you think, add like 25 feet because you want the cable runs to be clean.
Yeah, that's something. Yeah, I don't want to be like floating in the air.
I think 50
like,
is overkill
because
you're going to, from what I know with the event, you have a table like fucking 10, 15 feet away. So you just have you run a line out that's 15, 20 feet, and then you have an extra 15 feet on the speaker end, but you just under it or figure eight it however you want. Like,
yeah, you're right. Because I can choose where I set up my laptop. So it should be fine, I think.
Yeah. You'll be fine. 50 feet's overkill. You could get away with 25.
Destiny, one last question before you go. I'm just curious. You're not like worried at all with like recent situations that have happened? Like that doesn't deter you at all or anything?
No, I think this XG6, the device, I think is big enough to deflect incoming bullets, so I should be fine there. Thank you, though.
One more thing.
Right.
Wait, someone in chat.
Trying to figure out. Like,
wait, real quick. Someone in chat just said that Switch doesn't have the ability to uplink Ethernet from venue without an RJ45 SFP module. Is that true? Like I can't.
I'm not sure on that Switch. Which one was it?
The XG6 PoE Gen 1. So I couldn't just plug in like an Ethernet cable into one of these RJ45 ports and have internet working. RJ45 is just Ethernet connector. Is RJ45, is that just like a form factor, or does that imply?
Yeah, it's just like that's like the Cat 6 plugin.
It says 210G SFP plus. Well, but these are that's a different. SFP is not Ethernet, right? RJ45 is the Ethernet cable. Okay. But I don't know if it could just be a form factor, not a standard. I don't know if that implies. Wait, it should be fine. It looks like it fits. Listen, if the cord fits, then it should work. Okay. All right. I know that's not always true. Okay. Wait, so video should be fine there. Audio should be fine there. Okay, what were you going to say? Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say the backup, what you were talking about earlier about like how do I just get SDI into like a laptop or something? You're going to want to look up like Thunderbolt video capture card enclosures.
Sure. Wait. I understand that's a route I could go, but since we're doing this Switch, I shouldn't have to worry about any of that, right?
You don't have to at all. Yeah. I'm just telling you like as a backup. Like,
okay, go for it.
Is a way to forego all that. You can just get a Thunderbolt video capture card enclosure, and then you can just buy like an SDI 4-input in one, and then you can even expand those capture card enclosures to more of them if you'd ever want to. There's not any reason you would need to, but and those are like dummy proof. Like this shit is like you fuck around with this for a little bit to get it set up so that you can simplify all your cabling, so you could just make it all over PoE.
Sure.
But if for some reason like I don't know, you go somewhere and the fucking internet's all shitty on that and you don't want to fuck with it, or, you know, somebody messes with the configs. If you just have a Thunderbolt enclosure with a SDI capture card, like your backup is set. That's all you needed.
Okay. I shouldn't need that unless something has gone very wrong, though. Like, shit is breaking.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Right? Yeah,
but
okay.
Video events shit goes wrong, so.
Okay, so then theoretically, the only two devices that I need right now are this extra audio interface, the Babyface Pro, and then this, the video interface. Well, it's not really, it's the switch. For cables, I need the Cat 6 from the cameras to the switch, and then from the switch to the laptop. And then for audio cables, just two 50 feet XLR cables that'll go. I'm not losing anything at 50 feet or whatever for XLR, right?
No, you're fine. Those preamps should be powerful enough. That's what I was looking at, but I mean, it's RB. They're fucking bulletproof. The preamps are powerful.
Okay,
I don't have any complaints there.
So it's not like I'm trying to power some crazy shit. Okay, this is it then? This is just those two things? And that, oh, Denny, do you have any preferences for fucking laptops? I hate laptops.
No.
Okay.
I haven't. The one that we got was
dude.
just like the most expensive one we could get at the time.
Okay, I don't technically need anything that expensive. I just need to make sure it has a good like a Ethernet port.
Yeah.
And like a decent like mid-grade laptop should be fine, right? Like $1,000 or whatever bullshit.
It should be.
Most laptops don't even come with Ethernet ports anymore, do they?
Well, excuse me, Mr. Apple bitch. Yeah, this guy's a MacBook user that doesn't have any Ethernet. Yeah, revealed. Okay, exposed.
Yeah. Well, hold on. No, Mac's kind of based a little bit. I think the software is actually pretty good, like the UX and UI.
Okay, never mind. Dre convinced me. Thank you. Go Mac. It's more reliable for audio. I don't know why you keep saying that. It's just audio. It should be fine, right?
That's retarded.
Okay. Damn. Jeez.
Like they're kind of true if you're doing Pro Tools shit, but fuck that.
Yeah,
fuck
I'm just
said that.
taking audio basic input. Should be fine. Okay. All right. Okay. So I just need to find a normal ass, basic ass laptop.
Somebody does keep suggesting the Netgear AV line. That is also really good for switches. It's like, it's going to be up to you if you want to go like a regular Unify switch or the Netgear AV line. Those
Why would
are
I?
also great.
Why? This one should work though, right? Is the other one better, or why are we talking about another one?
Netgear AV is like built specifically for that stuff, but Unify is typically easier to set up. I've never used the Netgear stuff. I've had friends that have used it and it worked out fine, but it looked like setup was different.
Wait, what's it called? Netgear what?
Netgear AV line.
AV line switch.
M4250 is what he suggested.
M4250 switch. Prefer AV1 for mobile. You need less bandwidth for quality streams. For all the modern laptops should have, what do you need? Like a 3000 plus NVIDIA card or whatever for AV1?
I'm sure.
AV line switch is fully managed. I don't know what the fuck managed means when it comes to this shit. Because I'm retarded. Does this... Okay, listen, this one looks like it does what I need. Unless somebody wants to sell me on this over the other thing. I don't know why I would need this. AV1 is 4000 plus series? Okay. Ideally, because I'm getting older, I don't like to carry around these massive fucking laptops if I don't need to. Oh no, Razer Blade. If I could just get like one of these laptops. Holy shit, why are these so expensive? Okay.
Managed switch just means you can log in and like set up VLANs personally and shit. Like you can just configure a lot of things, that's all it is.
Oh.
I've had pretty good success with like the Lenovo Legion stuff, but that's for like studio recording, like trying to get good latency, like running VSTs and shit. So, you know, I don't know what your needs are on the video side.
Gotcha. Managed means it serves IPs. Unmanaged integrates with your routers. Like unmanaged, like there's like no DHCP, it's just raw. whatever goes in comes out with the same IP address like that? Is that what that means? I don't think I've ever used an unmanaged device before then. It shouldn't matter. We'll be fine, I think. Okay. We'll be okay. Maybe. I don't know what the implications of that are. We'll be okay. The reason the M4250 and 4300 exist is for AVB. You know, this exact thing. L3 with IGMP options. I don't even know what half those things stand for. Razer Blade laptop.
Layer 3 managed shit doesn't matter.
Amazon. A 5060. All of these will have onboard AV1 things, right? Jesus, 4200. Okay. Just make sure it has... Wait, no RJ45 on board. What does that mean? If it has an Ethernet port, it should... It doesn't. Oh my god.
Oh, was I right?
No, because whoever you are, I heard that Brit Bonger. Wait, what did you say?
Nah, whoever you are is insane.
True.
You're a little mutt.
True.
Look, let's look.
I personally wouldn't take that, even from Destiny.
Let's look.
Wait, what laptop would you recommend then? Bonger.
One of the newer ThinkPads, like the workstation
ThinkPad?
ones.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Based.
You can get them refurbished for pretty cheap.
Okay, Chief. Okay.
Well, you can get
Dude,
like
he's rich.
for your price.
ThinkPad.
Like a USB to RJ45 adapter would work fine too.
Why the fuck am I gonna lug around adapters and all that shit? Fuck that. Okay. Do these things even have like discrete GPUs in them, or?
Yes.
Okay. Jesus. ThinkPad. Do I need to search for like NVIDIA? RTX 500 Ada. Fuck. That's like the 4000 plus series, right? ThinkPad Pro series. Consider these. What the fuck, bro? Configure once, upgrade whenever. Framework laptop 16. This is some fucking nerd shit, dude. I'm good. ThinkPad.
I mean, if you're spending that kind of money, like I said, take a look at the Legion, the Lenovo Legion.
Any of these will work, bro.
I don't think the Legion has a. I don't think the Legion has a RJ45 connector.
It doesn't?
Yikes.
You gotta go
bro.
run upstairs, look at mine.
Yeah, have a look.
Okay, Lenovo ThinkPad. See more details. RJ45. Something is hitting on this page, but I don't know what. Ethernet. What is... Destiny, this model. Bro, I don't want to have like this huge fucking piece of shit fucking LED screaming gamer laptop. I just need a thing that has an onboard GPU that can do AV1 and then has a this has a cool fucking Gundam graphic. I need an onboard AV1 encoder, ideally hardware, and then an RJ45 port.
I mean, the ThinkPad is going to be like the least gamer screaming shit there is.
It has all that. Lenovo Legion Pro. What is that? $3,000. Why? Jesus. Okay. RJ. I don't know what the thing is hitting on here, but how do I know what the Ethernet bullshit is?
On the ports, it should say somewhere. There should be like a show more that says like how many ports are on or what it is. You're just looking for RG45.
Yeah, mine has one, but it's one of the older ones. I got mine like 2-3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Look at the photos might show it.
What? What the fuck did you just call me? Okay. Specs.
Just get a dongle, man. Just
No,
get a
I don't want to. Why
dongle.
the fuck would I buy more shit to lose and fuck around on? Fuck you.
Like $20. Man.
You're rich, Destiny. What are you talking
It's not about.
about?
It's
We know
about
you got that bread
simplicity
fat.
of shit. It's about not having extra cables and all this bullshit. I want to buy a dongle and get an adapter for this, and then buy a dongle for that, and adapt that. My shit's gonna look like fucking Frankenstein by the time I got it set up. Everybody's gonna fucking laugh at me and make fun of me and say my shit's fucking retarded. I'm gonna be walking around the hallway dropping little fucking cords and gizmos and gadgets. Okay, people are gonna beat me up, shove me in a lager. Okay, people are gonna call me a fucking nerd. The kids are gonna be walking around with their fucking iMac Airs or whatever they have now. Okay, fuck you. All right.
Is access point like a wireless access point into like just connecting to it wirelessly an option for the?
I
like
just
the
never
laptop?
rely on that shit outside. Like ideally, I'm gonna bring my phone with me and be able to just use wireless if I can. But it's just so much less reliable at events because when a lot of people show up and a bunch of dumb shit happens, it feels like the connections just aren't as reliable. Wait, you don't need a dedicated GPU for AV1 encode decode. Intel 14th gen and newer has AV1 built in. Is that true?
I'm not an Intel engineer.
Oh, well then fuck all this shit. Oh, AV1 QuickSync. Is AV1 QuickSync worse than the AV1 on the NVIDIA cards? QuickSync? Fuck you, I'm not risking that bullshit. Okay. Stop. Okay. This stupid shit. Specs. Features or specs? No. Specs. Specifications. Okay. Keys, specs, bullshit, general, brand, okay, display, processor, storage, memory, graphics, compatibility, connectivity. Number of Ethernet ports, 1. How am I supposed to know what that Ethernet port is? It's RJ45, that's what it means, right? All Ethernet ports?
That'll be it. Yeah.
All of them are RJ45.
Okay, this one. (1G) Ethernet will be cucked? Well, how do you know? Why would you assume this says 1G Ethernet or whatever? Why would that be your default? Is that what this has?
On board there is looks like you have to check that separately, I'm pretty sure, depending on a network card.
RJ45, but it doesn't say. It said 2.5. Is that should be plenty, right? It's a 2.5 GB in one of those pics. Audio. I don't know what this bullshit is. This doesn't matter. Wait, does this matter?
No, it said RJ45.
Yeah, but you just missed it. Oh, full speed 2.5G Ethernet. Okay. Okay. This is the guy.
Yeah, 2.5 should be fine. Because like 1080-60 compressed is like 10 megabits a second, right? What is it?
Quick math. Quick math.
Yeah.
No idea. I don't know what kind of onboard instant compression these cameras are capable of doing, but okay. Okay, should be good. All right, I'm good, right? That's everything.
That's never everything.
That was a little bit depressing.
Are you gonna be using the laptop outdoors?
Hopefully not, or maybe why?
What's the cooling on it like?
The cooling? It's not like I'm gonna be running the GPU like hardcore, no?
Isn't it mostly CPU loaded?
Well, the CPU won't generate that much
Video
heat.
encoding?
We should be fine. Well,
Yeah, no, he's right, dude. You need a water cool type shit.
kill yourself. Okay, I love you guys. Thank you. Be careful.
Okay, thank you. I love you, Destiny.
Fine. Jesus Christ. This laptop seems like super overkill. You never got new non-wireless mic shit? I don't need it. I'm just buying cables. Okay, I'll sleep on this and order more tomorrow. Or I'll order it tomorrow if I need to. Wait, even more overkill. Precision 5690 workstation. Oh wait, is this way better for me for my use case? The other one, this is like fucking 3K anyway, right? Yeah, basically. Dell's smallest footprint, 16-inch mobile workstation. So RTX 5000, that's definitely good. Onboard AV1 if I need it. I'm assuming that's this 2008 generation can do AV1, right? Eighth generation dedicated hardware encoder with AV1 encoding unlocks no opportunities to 2000. Okay. Worst processor? The processor should be fine. This is a pretty simple stream, and I'm not running like games or anything at the same time, so. This laptop doesn't have Ethernet? Ugh, bruh, really? That's the old Precision. They have a newer one. Nope. Corey linked something different. Oh shit, you got all the... Oh, we can build our own. Control F, Ethernet. Okay, RJ45, okay. Ports and slots. Oh, RJ45, but it's 1 gigabit per second. Is that enough? For the port? Should be enough for 3 1080p streams. Can you find out how much data does a 1080p 60 FPS stream take from a Blackmagic camera? If I wasn't lazy, I'd go downstairs and I would just connect one of these cameras and find out. But I'm too lazy. Fuck.
We have to talk about
Here, watch this for a sec. Go back.
how the ivermectin thing went in COVID, which was, I don't know, about as bad as it could go. So we have to try and remember what COVID was like early on, how little we knew, and how hard we were trying to get new information. And COVID became very quickly a very highly studied thing. And there were lots of studies coming out, and one of the studies showed that ivermectin in vitro, like in a dish, in like vials, could kill COVID. And so that was exciting. And that meant that scientists were going to do some research on whether or not that would actually work inside of a mouse or inside of a person. This would be huge. It would be so helpful because ivermectin is easy to make. It's super cheap. It's available everywhere. It is a great drug that is super useful in its main context, which is as an antiparasitic, so getting rid of parasitic infections inside of people. But if it could help with COVID, that would be a huge win. And early studies showed that there might be some positive effect in people taking ivermectin and decreasing the severity of a COVID infection. Now, things were moving very fast, and there were lots of studies, and some showed effects and some didn't, but this is exciting. And so there were more studies that people wanted to do. And then at some point, and I'm not going to like dig deep enough to put my finger on how this happened, but at some point people were like, okay, ivermectin's good for COVID, and they're not letting us have it for various reasons. You should just go and get it because it's available. In some places it's available over the counter, not in America, but in the US it's available as a veterinary medicine over the counter. And you have to remember that public health people, like they're the people who know why a medicine has to say only take this orally. Like they know why that's on there because they've seen what happens. People will do wild things with medicine if you don't give them the correct context. They will take too much, they will take it the wrong way, they will grind it up and snort it. They want to be careful, and I understand them wanting to be careful. And when humans start taking medicine designed for livestock, that is a situation where there's a good chance that they're going to take too much, or they're going to take it wrong, and they're going to hurt themselves. In general, the big thing that in medicine people want is to not have people take medicines when we don't know if they work, because all medicines have some side effects. Now, ivermectin does not have significant side effects at the doses that people would normally take, but you can take enough that it will hurt you. So I'm not surprised that the public health people freaked out a little bit, and then I'm further not surprised that people that were kind of aligned with the public health establishment, myself included, some of those people, not myself included, would then go online and then mock people for taking horse dewormer. And like, yes, they were taking horse dewormer, but I do not like this because ivermectin is a legitimate medicine that lots of people need to take many times in their lives because parasitic infections are a real thing. So they were taking horse dewormer, but the active ingredient, ivermectin, is a medicine for people and horses and all kinds of animals. It kills parasites. Now, by late 2021 and early 2022, we had enough data come in from enough big studies to see that it did not seem like ivermectin helped people at all with COVID. If the effect was there, and we're still not entirely settled on whether it's there, but if the effect is there, then it is small. And because we now have better tools like certain monoclonal antibodies for severe cases, Paxlovid for mild cases, dexamethasone, which is a steroid and anti-inflammatory, which really helped people with severe COVID. Dexamethasone turned out 1/3 reduction in death for people on ventilators. Huge, great news. Dexamethasone, existing, very inexpensive drug. I was on it during chemo because it helps with nausea. By the time we had like these big randomized control trials, where the Together trial and the Active 6 trial, we like had that, and it was pretty clear that ivermectin didn't have, if there is an effect, it's very small, very hard to tease out. We have better tools. We stopped exploring ivermectin as a potential tool for COVID, but by that point, everybody was on sides. So there was people yelling at each other about they're dumb for using ivermectin, you're an idiot, taking horse dewormer, and there's people over here shouting, oh, you're trying to, like, you're letting the medical establishment control you. But I want to be clear, by the time these randomized control studies were published, the fighting had already like established the sides, and it was entirely possible that we could have discovered that ivermectin actually was a useful treatment for COVID, which is why you wouldn't find me on Twitter yelling about people taking horse dewormer. Obviously, people should not self-medicate with stuff that they buy at their local farm supply store. But at the same time, I'm not gonna like put a bunch of political identity into a medicine that might, probably wouldn't, but might have a positive impact for people who have COVID. We don't know that yet. We didn't know it. Now we know it. It shook out the way I expected it to shake out, but I wouldn't have been surprised if it had shaken out the other way. It makes more sense to me that dexamethasone would be a good treatment for COVID because inflammatory cytokine storms are a really big part of the mechanism of how it hurts people. But you don't know. You don't know. Initial in vitro studies were very promising. In vivo studies were a little bit promising. Randomized controlled trials show no effect. That's really not unusual at all in drug development. And now I'm going to show you a clip of Mel Gibson on the Joe Rogan Experience. I'm sorry I'm doing it, but it's important for the topic at hand, which is a hypothesis I have that I want to share with everybody.
I don't believe that there is anything that can afflict mankind that hasn't got a natural cure for it.
He doesn't believe that there's anything that can afflict mankind that doesn't have a natural cure for it. I mean, do you think that people would live infinitely if only we could discover all of the correct natural cures? No. Like, aging is the main thing that afflicts mankind at this point, and there isn't a natural cure for aging. Otherwise, I imagine the baboons would have found it. Illness seems unfair. Illness seems horrible, and like it shouldn't happen. Like, it's been one of the biggest questions of all time. Why does suffering exist if we are in a world that has a just God? You know, different people have different solutions for that problem. But even without God, it doesn't feel fair. It doesn't feel fair that ourselves are so vulnerable. Less vulnerable now than they used to be, but so vulnerable to just being lost to these tiny things, to these infections, to the weaknesses of our blood vessels, to the frailness of our bodies. It doesn't feel that the self should be vulnerable to that. but of course it is. Anyway, here's the thing I wanted to show you.
I'll tell you a good story.
Okay.
I have 3 friends. All 3 of them had stage 4 cancer. All 3 of them don't have cancer right now at all. And they had some serious stuff going on.
So just to pop in right there, I hear a lot of stories like this because of my...
Okay, 7 minutes. I don't care. Wasn't any good? I hope you enjoyed it. How much bandwidth for 1080p, 60 FPS, power over Ethernet, switch, streaming? Fuck. It's not going to tell me. Do you know the recommended bandwidth? Oh, no, I don't. Like, I don't think that the camera is going to compress this all the way down to 5 to 8 megabits per second. Fuck. This page has all the data rates for your cameras. What? Hold on. Fuck, did I pass it? Okay, sorry, let me read it again. Okay. Camera features. We don't care about this. Connections. No. Audio streaming. Direct streaming. Blackmagic Studio Cam 6K supports direct live streaming using real-time over Ethernet or shared. Is that supposed to tell me the data rate? Because it sure doesn't. HD video standards, SD video, Ultra HD, SDI compliance. Wait, did you just link me this without actually reading if this answers my question? That's what you did do, didn't you? You little fuck. You little fuck boy. Oh, wait. This is for storage. Control F bandwidth. What, you're just typing shit in chat. Okay. Storage rates. This is for this is recording in these formats, but if it's transferring these over Ethernet, I'd be fucked. It'd be way too much. Just try the stream now and check with the. I'll go down tonight and I'll bring one upstairs and I'll. SMT bandwidth. Google this. Oh. Jesus. Is this really what it's transferring at? No, I made that mistake earlier. You were talking about 2110 IP streaming, but you're not. Oh, okay. It's H.264 encoded on the camera, but that could be literally any bit rate. Where do you see that? Link me where you see that. If it's H.264 encoded, then I have then 1 gigabit per second is going to be plenty enough speed. Even if the encode is like weak as fuck, that'll still be probably fine. But where are you getting H.264? You'll be fine. It's pretty much like how NDI streams. That's why it works on standard routers. Okay, I'm good on all this shit then. Wait, what was the laptop you recommended? I don't need this cringe shit. I just need this cringe shit. I'll like build out whatever I need for this. Precision 7680 workstation. Is it? I don't know, bro. I don't know fuck all about laptops right now. Do I need like a better processor for just one stream? Like this should be fine, right? Just the i5. Control F, 264. Yeah, okay, this should be fine. Okay, so the stock chip should be fine. Windows 11 is fine. This GPU is 3500 Ada is the appropriate generation for an AV1. This display, what's the difference? Wait, the fuck? Touch? Oh, touch versus non-touch. I kind of like touching shit now. I'm going to be honest. The iPad shit spoiled me. 500 nits. Oh, I also like the higher nits. Hell yeah. 5G capable display? The fuck does that mean? What? Anti-glare too? Yeah, for when I'm outside. Yeah. It means that it's 5G antennas in the display. Ah, okay. Wait, can I put an eSIM in a laptop? Or is the technology for some arbitrary retarded fuck reason just not there yet? Probably not eSIM. I can't imagine why there's a reason why you wouldn't be able to do that. But I don't know, okay. Camera, I don't care about this shit. Memory. Does this really matter that much? 32 gigs should be fine, right? Holy fuck, this is painful. The great vaccine debate. Oh shit.
Going to be a reliance on disinformation.
Storage. Do I need storage? Ever? Oh. Yeah, I guess. In case I want to locally record. I do want to locally record. Yeah, fuck it. Okay. Fuck my shit up. Additional storage. No. Keyboard. English US backlit keyboard. Non-backlit keyboard. Fuck. With keypad. Yeah, I do want that. Hell yeah. Palm rest. Contacted smart card and non-FIPS fingerprint reader. Why would I want to read a card? Like, so I can buy shit on my laptop? Hell yeah. I don't even know what it does, but I want it. What is this? Wireless. Up to 6 gigahertz. Intel AX2, blah, blah, blah. No Bluetooth. Oh, I want the Bluetooth. The WAN LCD requires mobile. Oh my god. Wait, I can put in? Wait. Will this shit let me do eSIM? Or no, I could just put a SIM. If I could put my like Google shit right into my laptop, that would actually be sick as fuck. eSIM capable. Oh, fuck. Fuck yes. Okay. Thirteenth gen Intel is from 2022 and it was crap when it came out. Bro, what do I'm not even gonna be doing much with it. Carry promotions? Don't need this shit. Primary battery. The fuck? Give me the biggest, baddest, hugest fucking battery. Is this the most? 6 cell, 93. What? Yeah, sure, okay. Systems management. Fuck no. Energy Star. Just I don't fuck no. Did you miss the part where they said they don't use laptops? Wait, who said that? What? No. $3,800, bruh. No. No. Oh, actually, CrowdStrike. Wait, did we sell that stock? No, fuck them. We're done with you. I don't remember if I sold it or not. Oh, yeah, because we have NVIDIA and the other guys now. How are we doing over there? We're still up bigly. Whoa. Oh, just kidding. Okay. We bought it around here, I think, right? The battery was just extra warranty. It's the same battery. Are you sure? Oh, wait. This one. 6 cell, 93 watt hour lithium ion polymer. I don't need any warranty bullshit. True. If I order from this cuck site, how long is the shipping? When is my next event? Hold on. This shit needs to be ready to go by the 2nd, next week. Or 2 weeks? Something like that. Fuck. This is hella expensive. God damn. It's not even like an exciting thing. It's like a work thing. $3,800? Like, I'm gonna get it and it'll be like, oh. I feel like a loser. Workstations are always stupid expensive? What makes it a workstation? Just the name workstation? Write it off. True. It's a write-off. It's a write-off, Jerry. Okay, that's cocked. This is based. Okay. Let me put that up there. Jesus. Go away. Go away. God, he's so cringe. I hate how cringe he is. Does his audience not see him as cringe? I don't think liberal media is aware of how bad things will get for all of us. Shut up, bro. You're not on the team. You're not on our team, bro. Okay. Fuck, I'm tired. All right, I have to beat the thing. I have to kill the one guy at least. You don't really put up with ACO now like you will with this mobile setup because right now you only have one in. What do you mean ACO or SEO? It's just doing it's just going to be working with that one interface. What do I don't have to worry about any lame shit like that, no?